Hi guys, I'm Iqra Arshad and this is my channel, Iqra Arshad. So welcome to it. If you're new, remember to subscribe down below if you want to see more from me, because I upload once a week / once every 2 weeks most of the time. And yeah, if you're already like a subscriber, welcome back. But if you're new, welcome to my channel. I like to do that now, I like to introduce myself. So today's video is going to be a bit of a empties video because I haven't done something like that in a while. So I thought I would do it, and I've been collecting a bunch of stuff for a while. So I just a few little pointers just to get out of the way. If you want to skip, I'll put a little time thing so you can skip it if you want to. If you want to get straight to the empties, but I have a few things to say first. One, sorry about the window if you can hear things from the window. It's very warm in my room right now because the light obviously and stuff, like, because I've got my ring light on because it's night time. So I needed to open the window and you might be able to hear stuff, but I needed air. So yeah, also do apologise for my look today because like my eyes quite swollen. If you've been watching my second channel, I'm currently doing Vlogmas over there, so that's another thing I wanted to say. I'm doing Vlogmas. So if you've been checking out that, you would have seen that I've had an issue with my eye. It's like being swollen and irritated and stuff, so basically I didn't want to put makeup on my face or my eyes because of that reason, because my skin is dried out around my face as well because of it, and around here, and my eye is really irritated and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there just now so you guys know. So we're gonna start, I think, straight away. I have this little bag here, a carrier bag, and it's been building up for a little while, let's be honest. So I'm gonna literally just like dive in, and it's gonna be like a hit and miss, like see what we pick out kind of thing, because I don't know any orders or anything. We're gonna start with dry shampoo. That's what I can see at the top. This is the Batiste dry shampoo. It's the clean classic original one. It's like a massive sized one. Now I used to love this quite a lot, which is why it's in here, because like I did use it, and then it got to a point where I stopped using it because I don't know if you guys know, but if you use Batiste dry shampoo, it leaves like a bit of a white cast in my hair, which is really annoying when you have dark coloured hair like me, because you can see my hair is quite dark. Like, it's red, but it's still like a dark red. So yeah, it does leave like a white cast, but I love it because it does like actually like make the hair less greasy, if that makes sense, because I have pretty greasy hair and I only wash it twice a week because I like to train my hair to not wash it too much, so I only ever wash it twice a week. So by day 2 I really sometimes need dry shampoo, and by day 3, oh my god, I definitely need it usually by then. So I do like it, but at the same time it does leave a white cast in your hair, so I don't like it for that anymore, and which is why I haven't purchased it again. So it's in my empties pile for that reason, because like I finished it up because I did like it, but I finished it up for the sake of finishing up, if that makes sense. So the next one from there is another dry shampoo, which is what I like now in replacement of this. These are the collab dry shampoos, and they're from Ruth, Model Recommends here on YouTube. Her name's Model Recommends, but her name's Ruth, and she made these. There's like, it even says on the side like sheer and invisible, which is what I like. I like to get the silver bottle with like the colour on it, if that makes sense, because I did have the coloured bottle before, and that one isn't as sheer and invisible as this one is. The only issue with this is that you tend to have to use more to see like an effect, but I don't mind using too much more because these aren't too expensive as far as I remember. And most of the time if you go to Superdrug, they have deals on, so I usually pick up like 4 to 6 of them. Like currently I've like stocked up on like 6 of them, I think. I do have favourite scents, like this one, the pink one called Paris, is one of my favourites. The black one, which is called London, I think is a really good one as well. And this one smells like aftershave, so I love it because I love the smell of aftershave. And then I have this one, which was a new one I tried. It's the Monaco, the blue one, Monaco, and it's surprisingly nice. Like, let's see if I can still get the smell. Yeah, it's kind of like a tropically scent, but I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did like it. But currently I'm stocked up on all of the Paris ones, the pink ones and the black ones, which are London. So they're just my favorite scents, really. They're kind of like simple scents, if that makes sense. And yeah, I do like this. Like I said, they're quite small compared to like the Batiste ones. I don't think you can get bigger than this as far as I know, but I tend to buy like a stock of them, and then like they last me very well, long time, like a good few months I think usually. So yeah, have those. Since we're on hair, let's see if I can grab something that is hair related in here. I don't have a lot of things, surprisingly. Like, it looks like I have a lot in my bag, but I don't. This is a shampoo that I was using a little while ago. It's from this brand called Natural World, and this was the orange bottle, which was the Brazilian keratin shampoo and conditioner. This is the conditioner, but I had the shampoo and conditioner. A little while ago I was using the Tresemme colour protecting shampoos because obviously I've got coloured hair, and so did my mum as well. So me and mum would both share that because she's got coloured hair too. And I always use a colour protecting shampoo whenever I have coloured hair, but then that started to dry out my hair and my hair was falling out quite a lot. We eventually found out it wasn't that was making my hair fall out. I've actually been lacking in I've actually been lacking in iron, so that's why my hair was falling out. But it did actually dry out my hair because my hair was never that dry. So what I did, my local pharmacy across the road from my house had this, and it said that it would, like, you know, restore your hair essentially and like make it smooth and soft, which it did. And I loved it for a long time because it didn't have, what is it, it's paraben free, so I really liked the idea that it was paraben free, and did actually help my hair kind of smooth itself out again and stuff. But the only problem was, after using it for a while, I think my hair got immune to it. So that can happen with your hair and skin. Your hair and skin can get too used to certain products sometimes, and I had to change them up. So currently I'm now using the Aussie Colour Miracle, I think it's called, something like that. Colour Mate, I think that's what it's called, Colour Mate. Me and my mum are both using that currently, and that moisturizes and restores our colour all in one, so it's perfect. But I do like this still. Like, if you want to try this out, this is really nice, and it was really cheap. It was $1.99 from my local pharmacy, but I'm sure you can get this from like Boots as well, possibly, maybe. But they do like a bunch of ones. This Natural World company, they do like a bunch of different ones in the range. I just like the Brazilian keratin one because it did feel like it was making my hair strong again, because obviously, like I said, the Tresemme one dried out my hair really badly. So I did feel like, I did feel like I was restoring my hair, and I did like it for the time. And it's really good for frizzy hair as well, which was true. My frizz did reduce, I will say that. My frizz definitely reduced with this. It wasn't completely gone because I still use like a leave-in frizz like treatment, but this definitely like helped reduce it. So yeah, I definitely like this one, and I would repurchase again, I think, maybe in the future if I find the Aussie one is starting to get too used, like my hair's getting too used to that. I might go back to this. So yeah, the next thing is another hair thing. We'll just finish with the hair things for now. And it's a kids detangling spray. Surprisingly, it's a kids one, and I got it again from my local pharmacy, and it was £1.09. Interesting. And it's in an orange flavour, and my god, it smells so good. I love the smell of it. I think there's still a teensy bit left in here. Yeah, it's good. It's like a small tiny amount left in there. Something major though. It's not enough like for my hair. I've had like 3 more bottles since this, I think, and I'm currently on my 3rd. I'm looking over there because I have my bottles, my hair stuff there. I'm currently on my 3rd bottle, I think, or 2nd bottle possibly. But this stuff is really good. It's supposed to be for kids hair, and you can use it on wet hair or dry hair, and I tend to use it on dry hair right before I go to the shower, because what I will do is, especially if I've got my hair curly, like currently my hair is like in its natural state, kind of wavyish. So on days like this when I leave my hair like that, what I will do is, say let's say if I have washed my hair on Wednesday night before going to the shower, I'll spray like a heck load of this in my hair, and it'll help detangle my hair out before. So I'll grab my tangle teaser and brush it through and help detangle my hair before I actually get into the shower, which means there's less breakage when I'm actually in the shower, because I'm still losing hair, like I said, because the iron tablets are taking a while to actually adjust in my system and stuff. So it is taking a while, but so I'm still getting breakage, but not as much as I was in the beginning. So this is perfect. And also you can use it like after the shower, so if you want to like brush your hair out when it's wet, which a lot of people don't like to do, but I do, because if I'm gonna have straight hair the next day, if I want to straighten it, I will brush it when it's wet. If I'm not going to, if I'm gonna keep my hair in my natural state, I let it stay, so it kind of like curls up, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, I use it that times as well, so in wet hair, but it's gonna be used in either one, and it's a kid's one, but it works perfectly fine for my hair, so I love it. And it smells good. It smells of oranges, so it's the best thing ever. So yeah, I really like this, and I'm gonna continue buying this, I think, unless I ever find a better detangling spray. I will keep this one, and one that smells as good as this one. If not, I'm sticking to this. So currently I'm sticking to this. So yeah, so we're gonna move on to some body stuff. My friend, it might sound mean, but my friend bought me this for my birthday last year. She made like a whole little box of stuff for me, and she put this in there, which is the Boots Tea Tree Witch Hazel Foaming Face Wash. And I mean, some people might be thinking, wow, that's mean, but she knew I was suffering with acne. My acne was kind of worse last year, because obviously I hadn't gone on my birth control then, and I've been on birth control since then, obviously, but and so she gave it to me to use on my face, but what I did was use it on my back, because I don't know if anyone else who has body acne has found this, but I've never been able to find a wash that's suitable for my body acne. So I was like, well, it's got tea tree in it and witch hazel, and I've used stuff from the Boots own brand, like it's Boots own brand, and it's like I've used stuff from it before, and specifically in the tea tree and witch hazel, and I've used both on my skin before previously as well, like different brands, but I've used tea tree and witch hazel, and it really, my skin responds really well to both of them. So I thought, why not try it on my back? So I would use this on my back, so I obviously will use like a regular body wash and stuff, and then like the last thing I would do, like some people, for most people, washing your hair is the last thing you do, like washing with cold water or whatever. The last thing for me is wash my hair with cold water, then wash my body, like my chest, my back and my arms, because that's where my acne is, and wash it with this. That's what I was doing at the time. Obviously it's not meant for your skin, like your body skin, so that's why I stopped using it once I was done with it. But at the time it was working perfectly fine. Tea tree for me is one of those things that doesn't always work on my body. Like my skin doesn't react badly to it in any way, but a lot of the time my skin gets too used to it, so I have to change it up. So currently I'm using like a tea tree wash. It's a tea tree, lemon and grapefruit wash for my body acne, but it's actually meant for your body this time, so it's great. It's like a different brand. I think it's like aromatherapy or something, but it's working perfectly fine. So tea tree still working for me, but this specific one was really nice. It introduced me to using tea tree on my body, because before that I'd only ever used tea tree on my face. So yeah, thank you to Zara, if you're watching this, for giving this to my birthday last year, because it made me realize tea tree works for my body too. So yeah, this is totally good as well though for your face if you wanted to. So occasionally I would use this on my face when I was in the shower too. If I was too lazy to like get out the shower and use my actual face wash, I'd use this sometimes, and it was perfect for that too occasionally too. So if you want to try this, because I don't think it's that expensive either. I think it's like a couple of pounds in Boots, because it's Boots' own brand. So yeah, it's really good. I like it. So next is a body spray, and I use like roll-on deodorant, and then I also use a body spray too. I like to keep it all locked in, no smelling of BO, no sweat smelling. I don't like it. I don't sweat that often. Like currently I'm sweating because it's boiling hot in this room because of the light, but normally I don't sweat all that often. Like I sweat on my face, like my face sweats first if anything, so I don't need a lot of protection, but this does it just enough for me. So this is the Vaseline Oil Sensitive, so I think it's like aloe vera basically, and it's 48 Protection Pro Derma, and it's got 0% alcohol in it, and it's basically like an antiperspirant basically. And I picked it up one day from Boots, because my mum was picking up like body sprays for my sisters and herself and all that and everything, because like Boots have really good deals on their body sprays and like roll-ons. I love it. Like I always go there to get my body spray and roll-ons, and I use like a Shore roll-on, like a standard like Shore like roll-on deodorant, but at the time I wasn't really using a body spray. I think I was actually, but I don't know what I was using, I don't remember. But usually I think a roll-on was just enough for me. I didn't really use the body spray all that much. But then I picked this up, the Vaseline one, and it was so good. Like I love it. It doesn't smell like anything really. Is there anything even in this? It doesn't really smell. It smells like aloe vera. That's about it. Like it doesn't really have anything else, and it's really great because I do have some sensitive underarms a lot of the time, because I have very thick stubbly hair. So if you didn't know that, and obviously I have acne and stuff, so something like it spread to my underarms. So it's kind of shitty, but I have to like take care of things and make sure I don't use anything too like non-sensitive. So I have to make sure I use sensitive products a lot of the time. So this works perfectly for that, and I currently have, I'm looking up on top of my wardrobe up above the camera, I have like 2 up there currently. And I like to stock up on these too. Like I usually pick up 4 to 6 of these as well, and it's great. I love it. This is like a small bottle. It's really tiny. How many mils is it? 125 mils, so it's barely anything, so I get through them pretty quick. And I don't know if they do bigger bottles, but if they do, I will be getting them, because like I use these so fast. So I need to check if Boots do bigger bottles of these. If anyone knows, do let me know, because I'm not too sure if anyone does bigger bottles of these. And these are like the compressed version, so it's like the like environmentally good ones because they're compressed and all that. But yeah, it doesn't bother me too much. I'm an environmental person, but it's not like the first thing that comes to mind. It's like an extra benefit. It's like, oh, it's good for the environment too, because it's like less packaging and all that. Yeah, I really like this, and I'm continuously using that still to this day. The last 3 things, so this is like the same essentially, are face things, I think. This is the vanishing cream from Lush. I've got 2 here. I think basically if you take back, I think it says here, bring back 5 clean full-size Lush pots or tubes, and you get 1 fresh face mask free. So basically I'm collecting them. I've got 2 right now. I've got 1 on the go right now, so I need 2 more essentially, and then I can get a fresh face mask, which I don't buy that often, so it's nice to get a free one. And this is the vanishing cream essentially, and it's basically my moisturizer. I use it for daytime most of the time. I don't really use my moisturizer at night. I use something else at night, which I will show you guys in a minute because it's in here too. But this is my daytime moisturizer, and at first I didn't really like it because it smells of lavender as far as I remember. yeah, it's a very lavendery smell, and I didn't like it at first at all because I was like, oh god, I don't really like lavender. I'll read what it says on the pot actually, because that's kind of usually helpful. So it says a low fat a low fat lavender moisturizer that disappears into the skin, leaving nothing behind except beautifully soft skin. Wonderful on oily skin or on T-zones. This is our best-selling moisturizer. Yes, it is actually their best-selling moisturizer, and it is really good for oily skin, because that's what I have. At the time, I don't remember what I was using, but it wasn't working for me anymore, so I wanted to go back to Lush, so I picked up this. It's quite expensive actually. I think I paid £18 for this, and I go through it every 2 to 3 months. You're not supposed to keep them for that long. I think you're supposed to use them like within 2 months, but sometimes mine run on over to like 3 months sometimes. But as long as you know it's not smelling bad, so like usually when it starts smelling weirdly or starts looking differently, that's when I'll get rid of it. But the current tub that I've got now is still going good, like it's still pretty full, and I've had it for about 2 months, so I'm like, as long as it doesn't change smell or colour or consistency, I'm going to keep to it, because I don't like to waste it, because £18 like I said, and I'm a student, I don't have a lot of money. So yeah, but it works really well for my skin. I love it. It's so light, so like easy to use. It's like, I don't like the fact that it's a tub though, and Lush does that all the time, like it's a tub, so it's kind of like unhygienic to dip your fingers in continuously, but it's just the way Lush do their products, so I'm not going to complain really about that. But I do like that it's really light, because I put it on and then like 5 minutes later I'm ready to do my makeup usually, because I like to let my moisturizer sink in, and I don't have to wait too long for this to sink in, because it doesn't take too long to sink in. So I love that about it, and it's currently my favourite moisturizer. It's what I'm using currently, and it's working for me perfectly fine. I'm not reacting to it at all. I didn't like lavender at first, but I'm so used to the smell now, it makes no difference to me whatsoever now. Like I barely can smell, like it's not like, oh, because the first time I opened it and used it I was like, wow, taken aback a bit. It's a bit much, it's a bit too much lavender, but it's great now. I love it, and I really like using it, so I've got no complaints about it. So I was talking about that I have the nighttime moisturizer. I've got the packaging in here too for some reason. This is the box. It's the Body Shop Oils of Life Intensively Revitalizing Facial Oil. Wow, long name. I kept this because I think I wanted to tell you guys what's in here, but basically this is the bottle. It's one of these like things, and you have the like, what do you call it, like a pipette thing. I love this. This stuff is my best friend. I'm currently on my 3rd bottle now, and this stuff is my best friend, honestly. It doesn't give you a lot in here. I think you get 30 mils, but you don't need a lot of it either. And I only use it at night because I remember using, throughout summer I was basically just using this at night, just this solely. Now that it's winter, I do have to like back it up with another moisturizer, and a lot of the time I use the Clinique Moisture Surge, and I just use it around the areas I need it, so like my nose and my chin sometimes, and like around here, my cheek areas here, right here, because I don't use it all over my face, because I don't need it all over my face, because this does the job for me. It's perfectly amount of moisturizing for me, perfect amount, and I love this stuff. I feel like my skin has done so well because of this. Like my friends noticed, if you guys actually follow me on social media and all that, you know that I went on a writing retreat trip a couple of weeks ago. We went to the forest and stuff, and there I didn't really take any makeup because I was like, there's no point. My skin was doing so well there. Like the fresh air there was really good for the skin, first of all, because we don't get really unpolluted air here, or the air here is polluted in Birmingham, because I'm living in the city, so what can you expect? But there my skin was doing really well, and my friends even noticed, like on the first night when I took my makeup, because I wore makeup from home that day, but when I took my makeup off that night, they noticed. My friends were like, wow, your skin looks so good, Iqra, it's doing so well. And I was like, I know guys, it's this is my best friend, and I showed it to them and everything. So I love this stuff, so I'm going to tell you what's in here, because that's what I kept the box for, I think. It says, we searched the world and selected 3 precious seed oils known for their supreme revitalizing and repairing properties on the skin. Black cumin oil from Egypt, known for its concentration in antioxidants. And then we have number 2 is rose hip oil from Chile, rich in repairing omega-3 and 6. And then the last one is camellia, I think it's camellia oil from China, naturally rich in nutritive oleic acid. Basically they blended those 3 seed oils together to make the wonderful stuff that's in here. This stuff is magic, honestly. It works so good. My skin has never felt any better, and I feel like in some ways it helps the acne on my skin too when I do break out occasionally. But I have a separate thing for that. I have like a cream, like a gel given by my dermatologist and stuff, but like if I don't want to use that gel, like I feel like this actually helps my acne, as weird as that is. So my skin is basically so great and like flawless because of this. I don't even need to wear like foundation on most days anymore because of this. I just conceal my spots, powder, conceal my under eyes, and then the rest of my face, and I'm ready to go. I don't need a full face of foundation anymore because of this, so I'm forever grateful to it. It's my best friend. So the last thing is not actually like beauty related, well, it is beauty related I guess, but it's nothing for my skin or hair or anything like that. It's actually a brush cleaner. Now this is a mini version of the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. If you guys don't know what this looks like, it's blue liquid. Normally it's empty, and this is only, how much is in here, 120 mils of 4 fluid ounce in here. It's not a lot, but the thing is, it's really expensive, but this stuff cleans the heck out of your brushes. Like, you don't need to actually wash them like with water. So you use this, like you can pour it into like a bowl. You dip your brush in a little bit, it absorbs it, and you brush it onto paper and stuff, or onto a towel, whichever one you prefer. I do both sometimes depending. So essentially it's a spot cleaner, but it's an antibacterial spot cleaner, because it still like cleans up your, like deep into your brushes, like it gets out all the gunk from there really well. And I love this for a really long time, especially when you're like doing, like, you've only got a few types of like I've only got like 2 types of blending brushes, and you want to use them for multiple things in one day or multiple things in one look. It's great for on the go for that. And also if I'm feeling too lazy to deep wash my brushes, this is really good at deep washing too, without all the water. I mean, I know you should deep clean your brushes anyway, but sometimes this does the job for me, and it was so good for a little while, but I think it's so expensive to get it here in the UK. I think it's like £80 from the massive bottle to get it here, so it's a matter of waiting when I have money. So I need to get the big bottle, I think, because it's the best thing ever. I just really like this. You guys should definitely try it if you're having difficulties washing your brushes, because I really like this. Get the small size like I did and try it out and see how it goes. It smells of vanilla, weirdly. If I smell it again, yeah, it's like chemicals coated in vanilla. It's really strange, but I kind of like it. So like I was saying, if you don't like vanilla smells, it might be a bit overpowering to you, and I didn't like it at first, but I kind of got used to it. As weird as it smells, as it sounds, it's really weird. Like, it's literally chemicals coated in vanilla, and it's really strange to smell it again after ages, but it's really nice smell, as weird as it is. So yeah, if you ever want to try out something like this, try out the small version of it. It wasn't too expensive for the small version. I think it was £12, which, I mean, I know it sounds expensive for such a tiny bottle, but you don't need a lot of it, because your brush soaks up the liquid so easily, so you don't need a lot of it. The bigger brushes you need a lot, but smaller like eye brushes you barely need anything. So yeah, that was the last thing, I think, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. I hope it wasn't too long for you guys. I really like doing empties videos because I don't do favourites, because I used to do monthly favourites sometimes, and I don't do those as often. But I feel like by doing empties you get to see things I'm liking and hating, and things I would repurchase and wouldn't, and stuff like that. If you do like empties videos, do let me know so I can continue collecting empties to let you know. Sometimes it's a lot of the same items, so I hope you guys don't mind. Like for instance, I had double off my moisturizer and stuff. But do let me know in the comments if you like empties videos, and I'll try and do favourites here and there. Like, I don't have favourites every month because I don't try new products every month, so a lot of time it's like the same product I like for 4 months or something. That's why I don't do them that often. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to comment down below if you like this video, and let me know if you want to do more of this kind of video. So yeah, and I should talk to you guys. Oh, one last thing. Remember to check out my second channel if you want to see me doing Vlogmas, because I'm doing Vlogmas over on my second channel. Currently it's day 9. Do you like my Christmas jumper? It's kind of for the vlogs. So yeah, remember to check that out too if you like that kind of thing, if you like Vlogmas. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I should talk to you guys real soon. Toodles!